So what we have here is a 2025 Ram half-ton. It's a crew cab short box Laramie, and this has got the tan interior in it. We're going to take a look at that when we get inside. It looks just, actually looks really good. A couple things, this one was ordered with the 392 gear, so if you're going to be pulling a trailer, it's going to be one you're going to want to be having that gear ratio, and I think it's rated for about 11,000 pounds. It's got the 3-liter Hurricane in it, so lots of power. If you haven't had a chance to drive the Hurricane, you know, come on down, take it for a spin. These things are they're really fun to drive with that inline 6 turbo. Across the front on the Laramies, you notice the rims are a little bit different. They're kind of black with the chrome outset. We also ordered it with the full-length running boards. And the nice thing about these boards is they're not just cab length, they go wheel to wheel. So they actually give you a place to stand back here when you're trying to climb into the box, which is kind of nice. Across the front, kind of scooch around here. You can see it's got the fancier LED headlights, so they're nice and bright. It's got a cool LED strip that kind of lights up around here. Fog lights as well. Comes with the front park sensors. There's a couple little circles there in the front bumper that you can kind of see. Nice chrome mirrors. Stand out really good. Inside, whoops, I forgot the key. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, this will probably work better now that I got a key in my pocket. So you can see the key here. It's got a remote start. It's also got the power tailgate release. But if to unlock it, I'm just going to put the key in my pocket here. To unlock the door, all you got to do is reach in, put your hand inside there, and it unlocks the door. There's a little pressure point pad in there, and it picks it up as long as your key's within 5 feet of the door. And to lock it, all you got to do is press this little square button here with your finger, and it locks the door. Once again, same thing. You need to be within 5 feet. Okay, inside, this is the tan interior that we were talking about. Really love this cream. It's got a nice little suede insert in here. Laramie is stitched into the seats. Just a beautiful seat. They did a fantastic job. It's my favorite interior on the Laramie is this tan color. All-weather mats it has been ordered with. You can kind of see how they go up the side there to protect the carpet quite a bit better. This also has, I'm going to show you this here, this is a touch screen. Let me just put the key in here. We'll turn the ignition on. All right. So this touch screen, you press the power button. So now you can see we can control our stereo. There's a USB port right here. You can plug in your HDMI ports, and then you can play like movies or something. If you got them downloaded on your phone or whatever, it'll actually play it right out here. And they can also pair their headphones to the truck as well. So if they want to listen to music, they can do that. A couple other things. You got your there's some more screens here. You can switch sides. You can access your navigation. So that'll allow you to like punch in maps and stuff like that. You can control your devices. You can access all the video cameras if you want. You can see this is the backup camera, so you can access it through here when you're driving. You can also, with the nav, what's cool about this is the co-pilot screen. They can actually type in the directions when you're driving, and then they can send this nav instructions to the center nav screen there so the driver can see it. And one thing I should mention, I'm just going to turn the power back off. When you're sitting in the driver's seat, when you look over, this always looks black, just like that. Like you can't actually read the screen from the driver's seat. Only the passenger can kind of see it. Okay, on the doors, this has got the better system, the Harman Kardon. I think it's 19 speakers, maybe 20. I'd have to look it up. Lots of speakers everywhere you look. So if you're into cranking the sound, it's great stereo in here. Nice setting on the doors. You got some suede, some wood, some different colors and tones. Just looks really classy. Back seat, same thing. You can see on the far seat how it's kind of sticking out a little bit further. These rear seats on our trucks can recline on the higher end models like the Laramie. There's this little lever right here. You just pull that up, okay, and then the seat will slide forward and back so the seats can get a bit more reclined. I don't believe our competition has that as an option. They may have changed it since I did my last read on it, but I think that's a class exclusive. Bigger armrest back here. It's got a nice center area for some storage. You can keep things in here for the rear passenger. They kind of get their own cup holders. The seats on the back, too, are heated, so the outboarding, the one in the middle isn't, but the two outside ones are heated. They've also got USB ports for the rear passenger if they want to charge their phone. A little bigger plug-in here. You can plug some stuff in if the guy wants to run like an iPad, or you could probably run a PlayStation console, stuff like that. So nothing real super heavy, but you can plug in like gaming consoles and that kind of stuff. Okay, lots of mat pockets for some storage. This seat does lift up out of the way. You can kind of see it gives you quite a bit of storage. The other side will flip up too. And then it's got this little divider bar here on the higher trim level so you can store stuff in here. If you wanted more room, you just kind of spin that. That folds down, lifts up out of the way. Now you got even more room for storage. In here, we'll lift this up. We got these storage bins, okay, and there's one of these on each side, and they're really nice and big. This tray comes out too if you want to clean it. Like if you spill something in there, you can get it out real easy, clean it up, and then you can tidy everything up real easy and wipe everything down. So if you do want to keep stuff in there. I have talked to people that have used it like a cooler, throwing some ice and stuff in there. It's not bad, but it's not insulated all that great, so the ice does melt pretty quick, just so you're aware. Same thing with the rear door. Everything nice, trim, everything matches. They're all done in the browns and the creams, so all looks great. Going to the rear of the vehicle, you can see we put the mud flaps on there. We did that during the PDI, so when you're looking at the price online, it does include that, just so you're aware. We do that to all our vehicles when we're getting them ready for sale. Has a rear hitch, so we're going to be pulling the trailer. We talked about a little bit earlier about the towing capacity being around 10 or 11,000 pounds. If you need exact numbers, just give us a call. We can look up the numbers for you exactly. It's got your trailer wiring is here for your normal one, and then you got the little 4-pin down there if you're just pulling like a little bumper pull. Dual exhaust tips sticking out the back, which looks real cool. It's also got the backup sensors built right into the bumper pads. That's what these little circles are there. I'm going to pop the tailgate now. And it just kind of comes down. So this is a power tailgate. As you can tell, it's got a little motor inside this panel here. You can access it. Lots of storage in the back. Tow hooks, one in each corner. You can see it's also got the LED lights here. You can turn those off and on just by hitting the little button at the bottom. Lots of different options for box liners. We could do spraying box liners for you. We can send that out and get that done. I'd have to get you a price on that depending on where we go. You could also do plastic bed liners. Wood liners are kind of going away. We haven't done too many of those lately. So there's some different options. I want to show you this button here. You just press that, and the rear tailgate closes all by itself, so you don't actually have to get out and do anything. Kind of handy. In the back, it comes with nice wheel well liners. You can kind of see those are all built right in. Some of our competitors, that's an option. Nice thing about having it on our vehicles is that it's standard equipment, and they really protect the inside of the box, so you don't get like dings inside and paint blister and that sort of stuff. In the back seat, we're going to take a look at a couple more things. Tinted sliding rear window. It's got the heating elements in it too, so the rear defrost is in there. And you can just power open and close those just from your switch on your dash. You'll also notice overhead we got the built-in speakers. This little mic is actually a microphone. There's noise canceling built right into the vehicle. So what it does is it picks up the ambient noise, like if you get a road noise, like say a tire drone or something like that. It'll actually pump in these speakers. There's one here, one on the far side, and there's two up front as well in the front of the cab. Basically what it does is it pumps in the opposite sound wave and cancels it out, makes it a lot quieter when you're driving. Up front, it's got power mirrors. Should show you this. It has the blind spot monitoring, so that little triangle there will get red if you're about to change lanes or somebody's in your blind spot when you're driving. So hopefully you do a mirror check before you pull over, and you end up seeing that little orange light on, and then you don't back into anybody or cut anybody off and have an accident. So power folding mirrors, just press this button, and you can see how the mirrors just fold in. I'm going to press it again, and they fold back out. Real handy if you got like underground parking, that sort of stuff. It keeps you makes it easier to get by everybody when you're at West Edmonton Mall. Power windows, power locks. It's got memory seats, so you can program different memories. It'll move the seat, change the radio stations, moves the pedals. Does a couple other little things to make it nicer for you. It's got the nice little foam insert for your coffee cup. So this just comes out if you do spill coffee in there, and it just keeps everything from kind of rattling, making a bunch of noise when you're driving. Okay, so let's start it up here. Couple things we're going to go through real quick. You've got a control panel here. That controls everything on your dash. Lots of different screens on there. I'm going to just show you a couple of them. Here's your main speedometers. You can actually scroll to the other side and just have like a digital tach and a digital speedometer. There's some information screens you can get to, fuel economy screens. It's got your tripometers. There's a couple of those in there. What's playing on the radio station. Stored messages would be like if you had a check engine light on or something, it'll store it in there so when you bring it in you can get her fixed. It's all kinds of access to different things. We've got some different drive modes as well, so you can change these. I'm just going to hit this. I'm hitting these buttons here so you can see the difference. So you've got off-road available. Well, we have to put it in 4x4, I guess, but there's a different there's an off-road package, there's a snow mode, there's a tow mode, your sport mode, and then your off-road, which we talked about already, which you got to put in 4x4 to get it there. What it does is it changes the software parameters, and you can see over here, put it into 4-wheel drive automatically, turns your traction control off in off-road mode. Now you can kind of see how that little squiggly guy there. So it just changes how everything's set up within the software to make it more fun when you're driving off, driving off-road or driving in the snow or whatever the situation is. Adaptive cruise control, we can just turn that on and set the distance between the vehicles in front of us and this vehicle, and it'll maintain that set speed. And if it starts getting too close to somebody, it'll actually slow down and keep that set distance. So it makes it for a real comfortable drive on a long trip. Nice big touch screen. You can see the map here. It's kind of red. It's not real red in real life. I don't know why it does that. It has something to do with the buffering filters or something. Somebody explained it to me once. But anyway, it's not red. It looks like a normal map. So you got lots of, like a nice big screen for that. You can get your different screens. You can set them up. We've got a split screen here with the radio down below and the map up top. We can access your phone. We can change that, and you can pair your phone up. I do recommend that you download Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and it'll actually override that phone button. Makes it a lot easier to use. So if you're using your Apple Maps and that kind of stuff, Spotify, Apple Music, it'll all play right through your truck. Trailer brake controller, you can adjust your gain here. There's your electric brakes on your trailer. And you can also turn those sensors off we talked about earlier just by pressing those buttons. Nice USB ports for charging your phone. We already talked about the HDMI input for the passenger side TV. Down here we got a little pad. You'll notice it's got the RAM charger pad on both. That's for charging your cell phone. If you just set your phone in here, this little light here goes blue. Is it blue? Yeah, I think it's blue. And then it'll be charging your cell phone for you. And then when it's red, if it goes red, it's not charging. It's usually just got to wiggle your phone around, get it into the right spot. Couple cup holders, nice little tray here for keeping your coin. It also comes out. You can spin it around a different way. If you're super organized, you can sort it by coin denominations. If you do that, you're way more organized than I am. Nice armrest, more trays for storage, and even more trays down below. So this goes way down. You can put lots of junk in here. Overhead, a couple more things. We've got the rear tailgate release. You can hit that button. It'll pop the tailgate open just like we looked at with the key fob. You can also press it twice and it'll close it. And we can open and close the power sliding rear window right from here. So all kinds of power goodies. So if you're looking to get yourself a fancy truck, I love the Laramie. I think it's one of the more popular trims we have. It's a nice, classy, comfortable ride. So give us a call. Let's get together, and we'll send you home in a new Ram half ton. Hope to see you soon.